he don't score goals as well.
He doesn't play goalie.
Oh.
Anything, say some.
Watch him burn. Owie.
Where is he going?
Military. Air Force.
Oh. For 6 months? Generally 6 months.
Yeah, but he'll probably get placed somewhere else.
Unless he's going Ukraine.
They don't really give you a place you want the first time.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's his first time.
Yeah, seniority is
Don't go Ukraine.
He's going to Pakistan.
Okay.
Stop picking on the little guy.
It's okay, we'll take it.
Let him run.
Zig his brother, so it's okay.
अरे मारना क्या कर रहा है? तत्सत चलने आया तू?
बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा हो जाता है।
ओ भाई वो आज अंदर खेल रहा है, ये बंदा अंदर खेल रहा है। नंबर 8
तत्सत के लिए ये बहुत खेलता है।
अच्छा खेलता है बट लाइन में खड़ा रहता है।
तत्सत है।
हाँ नहीं, तत्सत से भी दूर, एक लाइन में।
Always going to the ball.
ओ भाई लास्ट गेम तो बताओ तेरे को, डिफेंस कर रही थी। भाई तत्सत को से 3 से 4 1v1 रोके। टर्न ही ना लेने दे, टर्न ही ना लेने दे। मनी का ही
मैं डिपेंड कर रहा था इन दोनों का, तू नहीं आया था ना उस दिन का। भाई ये दोनों बैंड इन दोनों के साथ खेलने का ना।
Like, why do I not feel anything?
Look how the anyone telling the rest of you.
You're yelling at somebody. What game?
Yes, France versus 1-1, right?
So France versus
0-1. Germany for third position.
Isn't the German team right
Great
A lot of
they are
new
made, they are made,
Just taken is the first keeper now.
now? Spain and Portugal playing, right?
Yes.
When is that?
12 to tempo.
So they have words, right, in Germany?
Yeah,
they have
Adeyemi,
Adeyemi.
Nabri, all those guys also
Yeah.
are still there.
But they don't have good number 9.
Sané.
Oh, they have that guy. The West Ham. The West Ham striker. Forgot the name. No, for number 9. Oh, full scratch, something. Yeah, he's good.
I have no idea how to say the name, but I know who it is.
Right, look around, back. Right.
Down record, nice.
Yeah.
Wait!
Spain just have Morata number 9.
No, Morata's not playing, I think.
He's not.
They have that guy, no, whose name starts with Z.
Oh, the
He's on the left, Lamine on the right.
and the center one is the Real Betis or Society.
No, it's
No, Ferran, they don't allow
no,
that.
it's a Real Sociedad player.
Yeah. But in the defense, there's a new, not new, but it's Atletico. Yeah, athletic one.
So there's Atletico Madrid one, there's the French guy,
They should allow you, but he didn't play last
I prefer him not to play.
yeah. For this, yeah, for sure, yes.
I mean, if you ask me, Lamine in the bench,
Yeah, let them be.
put him in the bench.
Let them be. But
If he breaks an MCL, I don't care about Spain. Nobody will follow.
only Barcelona. Yeah, only Barcelona.
And Catalonia, they had a national team.
Yeah. So you know, right? It's a different thing. Catalonians are different.
So you are from Catalonia.
Yeah, so it's like it's all Pakistan.
Really? Basically the same thing. Yeah, it's kind of same thing, yeah. But they are still in the,
Shut up, Chetri.
they are still in the, they don't have a
They
different
don't have
country.
the fencing border. Okay.
The same idea.
Yeah.
But we have like the history that we used to be set apart. We used to be divided like hundreds of years ago.
Are they fighting for a new country?
No,
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
because the religion is same.
Yeah, the religion is not important in Spain right now.
No, that's the
Religion
thing,
is not
because
important.
separation happens
Really, with no
when
practice.
politicians know that the religion are different, so they can make them fight. You know?
The thing is that there is a lot of like cultural differences,
Oh yeah.
but so Spain lost a lot of it. So Spain used to be like
Yeah, I know.
The tea garden.
Spain was the nation where the sun never went down.
Oh yeah.
Because they had from America to the Philippines and Catalonia. So little history.
Yeah, that's
where
fine.
Until 1742, no, 1714, Spain was divided into four. There was the two different crowns: Corona de Aragón and Corona de Castilla.
Like Castilla.
So it was like exactly. So basically, all the countries that have the four red lines in. So all these states in Spain have four red lines with a yellow background. Valencia, Aragon would be Zaragoza, but they haven't played in forever in this division. All those were with one crown. Then there was another crown, and then they got married.
Oh.
Okay, and that basically joined both crowns. But then what used to be called the Barcelona County back in the day.
I think he's enjoying it because he kind of got
Politically was always
a
separate.
list of how to
And actually there was like a lot of fight between them because they kept the language, they kept the culture. Actually Catalan is an older language. And eventually
He's not 10 yet.
they just invaded with the exact of the Barcelona County.
So you guys are minorities or them?
Yeah, we are.
They are. So what's
But
the
it's
ratio?
not religious based.
Oh, okay.
Purely like cultural. They were all Christians.
nobody's
It's
around.
just as an example. So Spain is
Even you are Christians, right? So
Spain is supposed to be
He's
Christian.
related to you.
But for
That's your
it's
move.
been under Arab domain more than it's been under Christian domain.
Oh.
Because Spain used to be for like over 800 years, used to be part of the Al-Andalus, because the what we call the Moros, the Moroccans and so on, they invaded Spain all the way to the northeast. So from the Basque Country to Barcelona, that was never invaded. Everything was there. So that's why you have a lot of like Arab culture in Spain, a lot of Arab words in Spanish, because it was like for a lot
Because
of
yeah, they were like that. Oh, okay.
and then the Christians obviously to be back, whatever. But the cultures have always been republic. Everything in Europe and in India is the same thing. Even though we may have the same religion or whatever, there is always like 700 years ago,
I know.
something happened.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
1,000 years ago, there was a war.
The same thing happened with India and Nepal. So India and Nepal, they both same. It's like the religion is same, but Nepal, they were never conquered.
Or maybe he's only
That's
joking
why Nepal
because
has
he's
the
on.
flag. They have two tribes.
Oh, wait, no,
they
I
don't
think
have
he's,
the flag. So it's the only country right now that's never, got acquired by anyone. That's why over there, all of them are Hindus. But in India, there are a lot of languages. Because of the Silk Route, everyone used to come in, and so they are Muslims, they are what do you say? They are Jewish, and they are Portuguese, they are Spanish people. I understand. Oh, like that. Okay.
So it's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same. Okay. But still, the ratio is it like 50?
And then there is in Barcelona right now it's over. So in Spain it's always been like 25% for independence, 25% anti-independence. The thing is that since Spain was in the dictatorship for a lot of time, for 50 plus years, right? And Catalan was kind of forgiven from any public speaking. So you could speak Catalan at home, but you could not speak Catalan in public space. So Catalan became, or like Catalan culture became kind of like something your family would have, but you could not have outside, right? Exactly. Then 1924, Franco died. 1975, it started with the constitution, and then it was like much more open to any culture, any language. Spain has 4 official languages. Spanish is official, Catalan, Basque, and Galician. So those are 4 official languages. And ever since 2000 and there is like the right party trying to go back to everyone should be able to, I mean, most of the lessons are because you know that otherwise you're right?
So what about in, sorry to interrupt, but like what about in the politics? Do they allow people from Catalans to come in?
Right now, so each state has its own politics, and then there is the national. So right now, this week, they're in a national whatever, and the Catalan, usually the Catalan politics is in Catalan, the Basque politics is in Basque, and the Catalan politics is in whatever. But there is a party now saying, we all should speak Spanish because it's the common language. And whatever so. And that's why there is always a fight.
Oh, okay.
So back in 2010, when the trade crimes and the presidential 5% unemployment, Catalonia is a donor state, like right? It's like we are able to gather more money, like what we end up having. Because how it goes in Spain is like you got everything, you send everything to Spain, they give you what they think. So the public services in Catalonia were awful, people had no jobs, whatever, so that basically raised the independence. And that's when there was like more news around the world of Catalonia trying to be independent. And all of a sudden in the Camp Nou there was a restart, and people starting to independent. Now it's gone down a little.
So, quick question. So does anyone from Catalan ever became a president or prime minister? Or they don't let them?
None of Spain, they could though.
They could, but they never.
It hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened because of the minority thing? Because of the
It
vote
depends,
stuff?
because Spain has, so Catalonia has had like big, what we call ministers, that is something like,
Business tycoons or something like that?
it's like the service senator or whatever,
Okay.
but also like, I don't know how you call it in the US, but so it has had like really important
Designation.
in politics, but the president itself has never been Catalan.
So they don't have prime minister, they don't have president in Spain.
Well, the prime minister, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know how it works in countries that have a president and prime minister. One have one thing and then the king that does.
No, in India it's like 2 things. That's that. So president controls all the military.
That's the king for that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and prime minister controls for the the public.
So the president first will be the king, although he does nothing. Basically. He's supposed to be like the leader of the army.
Because yeah, you guys are still kings and all those. Yeah. In India, because they were like thousands of kings.
He's just there to kiss babies and go to like a small town and make all the women happy.
In the same Felipe or
Now we have Rey Felipe, yes. No. Yes.
But they say democracy, but it makes no sense if you still have monarchy and hierarchy things. It makes no sense because exactly right. What's the point of a king and stuff? Because in India there are like thousands of kings, and those kings were rich. In Indian kings had a history. They used to go to Europe and hang out with England's kings and Spain's kings and everyone. But the thing is, if you want a democracy, you have to stop this thing. No kings and queens. What's the point?
So it's funny enough, in Spain, so basically in Spain, in 1930s, before 1920, the Republicans won. Republicans not only keep the US. Like people, so if you want a republic, you want a monarchy, right?
Oh.
If you want what we call how to say that? Because like either is a republic or like a kingdom.
Oh, okay, either or. Either you are going with this way or or
The
king
Republicans
thing.
won,
Yeah.
and they basically kicked the king out of Spain
But
back in the early 20s.
Wow.
Then in 1936 to 39 was the Civil War. The national won, that was Franco, the dictator. And when the dictator died in 1935, before dying, he appointed the king to the
Oh, like
So
that.
the
That's
king-
how he came back.
The king we had was appointed, so his father was appointed a dictator who said, before I go, bring the king back. Whatever. So it makes no
But
sense.
it makes no sense. What's the point then? Because
Correct. So basically, they have no power whatsoever. They just get the money and the policies and
my God.
the richness, but the king of Spain used to be as we.
oh yeah.
They would basically kill a lot of people. because
Oh
kings
yeah.
and all that stuff.
Really, yeah. Makes no
So
sense.
all the people that died in Mexico and America because the Spanish conquerors come and killed everyone, it was in the Muslims.
It was in the name of, like the British.
Exactly the same.
I would still like when I read most of the Canadian land is owned by the British Queen and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, at this 2025 makes no sense. Either you say like I'm from China and it's a dictatorship, makes sense. Or if you're saying it's a democracy, then don't allow any king powers and stuff.
Exactly.
It's not democracy.
Unless you can vote him out.
Exactly.
It's like if you do a.
Exactly.
I mean, I think in the UK as an example, you could like do a ask people to vote and they would keep the king because they really admire them.
Yeah, they really admire in Britain.
I mean, even Thailand have king, but but still, he don't own things. He don't have the power to control the military and all those stuff. If you do that, then anytime they can be a coup, and then there's no democracy because the king says that, oh, today is the morning, and I'm gonna control the world or the state or country. Crazy people still follow.
India, the kings don't have any power.
No, not anymore. Oh, they only
just
have
our
big
kingdom.
palaces for their citizens.
So all their job is to go here and there, small towns.
They still get some policies though,
Oh, yeah.
from government because they came together to form the
Democracy, yeah. So earlier when there was no oil in Arab, so the sheikhs from Arab, they used to come to, there's a city, Hyderabad. They used to come for the Hyderabad Nizam to get the money. Every year he used to pay them to survive because there was no oil. Yeah. I'm talking about 1980, late 80s.
the land that Dubai is built on was gifted by then.
Yeah.
Really? And someone
Because
was
they
like
was,
poking a
no,
hole in the
India
sand and he's like,
India
oh,
had rich
look at what's that.
Muslim,
That's the black
kings.
gold.
Exactly.
No, and they were rich, like good rich. Oh my God. So India had Hindu kings and Muslim kings, Nizams and all those. They were rich, filthy rich. Not even the Dubai and the UAE. It's just the oil came in and now they're spending like crazy
The
because they
time
know.
when Britishers were invaded India, India used to account for 27% of the total GDP. It was just
It's funny because the old kind of like powers in the world, right? Went down to shit because of bad handling their money.
Oh yeah.
Spain had like a lot of gold because they stopped like all the gold from America basically. They came to Mexico, they saw the mines and so on, like filled with gold, and they were like, oh, this is them.
That's what happened.
But funny enough, during I think it was the First World War. Have you seen? Are you like 16th?
I've seen some, but
It's a lot of episodes.
Yeah. You have to be a big
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
That was not mentioned, but basically they decided that during the war, during the Civil War, sorry, the Republicans, so that's 1930s, the Republicans, they were leftists, right? So they were friends with the Russians and whatever and so. So they decided that it was a good idea to let the Russians keep the gold safe when the war was happening, right?
Russia, then USSR at that time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, okay.
So like, well, they will hold the gold for us because we're friends when we fight, and once the war is over,
They give us the
they'll
gold.
give us back
Oh
the
shit.
gold.
so the war once the war was over, was like, hey, bring the gold back. It's like, it's gold.
It's good. Oh my God. And that to Russia. Oh fuck.
So yeah,
Crazy. That's crazy. Even they have
Nice touch,
biggest,
Maxwell.
because many part of the Russia they are Mongolian and they look Chinese but they are Russian and they are white Russians and people say oh you're Chinese. No, we are Mongolian Russians or Slovakian Mongolian.
How many times is that kid going to be
A lot
offside?
of Mongolian I used to be there. The same thing was happening in Ukraine. You know, right? Why Russia wants Ukraine? Because when there was USSR, a big amount of nuclear power is in Ukraine. So they can't let it go to NATO or, you know. Even for me, I don't understand why still there's NATO. In this time, when you have UNO, why do Europe has to have a whole
You guys ready?
line on? Yeah, if you give me a...
It's been proven to be a miss because NATO was there to avoid things that would happen. And they have done nothing.
Exactly.